Hey, how are you, everybody? My boxing brothers. Yeah. So let's see. This week we got a couple of fights that I wanted to cover. And first one is on Thursday, February 15th. Yeah. So it is shown on the zone actually. Jojo Diaz returns against a guy called Jesus Antonio Perez Campos. Yeah, this is in the super lightweight or light welterweight division. Hmm. Yeah. So Jojo Diaz has lost a couple of big fights recent years, and so he kind of needs to win this one to be able to keep his career, going, yeah, maintain his career as the elite level fighter. So let's see, Jojo Diaz, he's 31 years old still. Well, that feels, one would think he was older. I think the one loss that probably was hurt the most was to Mercito Gesta because that was a fight that everybody expected him to win. Well, everybody, well, most people. Yeah, it was a close one. It was a split decision. Yeah, very uneven one also. So since that loss, he won one fight last year against Jerry Perez by decision. He also actually lost three fights in a row. First to Devin Haney, then to William Zepeda, and then Mercito Gesta. Before that, he had success by winning the WBC interim title against in lightweight at lightweight against Javier Fortuna. That was his probably best victory. And yeah, so Jojo Diaz is not a puncher. He's just a high volume output puncher. Let's call it guy who has an aggressive fighting style. He's a fast guy, explosive, but not a puncher really. And his opponent, Perez Campos, seems to have quite good power. He's got 18 KOs of 24. So has got five losses, but hasn't been stopped yet. And one of those five came against Alexis Rocha, who is really one of the. Until he lost recently, he was regarded as one of the best in the like well prospects or whatever you want to call it, hopes anyway in the welterweight division. But then he was knocked out by Giovanni Santillan not that long ago, and yeah, that changed. And he also lost Campos to Brian Norman Jr. That was his last fight in May. Hmm. Also points, of course. So yeah, he doesn't have any like really wins over a solid opponent. So he's supposed to be obviously a tune sorry a tune up fight for Diaz and a safe opponent he can get a win against before so he can rebound after three straight losses. So I expect Diaz to win this fight. It is a 10-round fight on points, of course, because both because he's not really a puncher and because this guy has never been stopped. Yeah, and what else to say? Diaz is doesn't say how tall Campos is. And Diaz is 5'6", so he's kind of not tall for a light welterweight, but not that short either, I guess. and he's a southpaw while Campos is orthodox. That will also make it really hard for Campos to figure him out. So yeah, Diaz will win this fight, and if not, then that will be a sign that he definitely is, done. But he should win, unless something unforeseen should occur, like a cut or something, an injury. All right, and then we have an even more, well, a more interesting fight between Oshaki Foster and Abraham Nova. Yeah, so this is a very good fight at super featherweight, and Oshaki is holding the WBC title, which he is defending here. All right, both guys are 30 years old. Both guys are 5'9", same reach, everything, same stance, orthodox. Beautiful, beautiful. They are so evenly matched in physical and age terms. However, Oshaki, he turned pro in 2012, while Novak, he did that in 2016. Also, Nova has a better knockout percentage, although he also has been knocked out, and Oshaki hasn't, I think. Let's see. Yeah, Nova was knocked out by Robesi Ramirez. Yeah, that's right. Not that long ago, 2022. And but yeah, he scored some knockout. In his last fight, he knocked out Jonathan Romero. Wasn't a bad fighter. And yeah, well, Oshaki, he's just started, really coming into his own. Like he beat Ray Vargas and Muhammad Kuya Yakubo before that, and Miguel Roman. So he hasn't been stopped. No, only two losses. One of them by a split decision in 8 rounds. The other one also in an 8 round UD. All right, and that was some time ago. Last one in 2016. So he's obviously learned from those losses. Of course, I favor Oshaki to win this, even though Nova is the bigger puncher, harder puncher. However, he has been knocked out, even though it was by a really good fighter, Robesi Ramirez, who recently also lost, but that was, yeah, it was a close fight anyway. And yeah, I think this will be a really good fight, exciting fight, because Nova has a really aggressive style, fan friendly, as they call it. And yeah, he's just a really an offensive fighter who can punch also pretty good, but also is kind of durable, despite getting knocked out in 5 rounds by Ramirez. That was just, he ran into a boogeyman. And I think Shaki is making his second defense here, and he's technically, I would say, the slicker fighter of the two. And however, since he is from Texas, he will not be fighting at home here. And Nova is a Puerto Rican, and this fight is in Madison Square Garden, and he lives in Albany, New York. So he will be the one at home, like having the advantage of a home crowd, to put it that way. And that can help, but still, if you are facing a slicker, smarter boxer, more clever, I don't know how much that can help, but yeah, we'll see. Surprises, upsets will happen, of course, but I do think that Foster will win this fight because he's simply a technically better, more like polished fighter. Also, tough guy, kind of strong, and yeah, I mean, his nickname is Ice Water, so that's he must be really kind of have a good, you know, psyche, like good mentality, doesn't lose his cool that easy and stuff. So yeah, I can see this fight also going the distance pretty much. Yeah, unless maybe Nova should kind of maybe connect with a big punch and just kind of get lucky and get Foster out of there. But I don't think it will happen. Probably not. Foster should win this fight. I can maybe even see a later stoppage for Foster because he did win his last fight by 12th round TKO against Eduardo Hernandez in Mexico also. So, yeah, he's I think just a better fighter all in all, like, than Nola, who is still, a really solid fighter, but nothing like spectacular anyway. So yeah, I predict that for Shaki Foster wins and defends his title again. Probably on points. Yeah, so I think that would be it for now. Actually, I don't think there are more fights that I could talk about. I mean, I see there are some names here, but I don't really know them well, any of them. So on this card. Anyway, thank you all for watching and see you soon. All right, bye.